Does America really have a godly heritage? Indeed it does. Abundant documentary evidence of that fact is available in tens of thousands of historic documents. In fact, the history in and around just this one building clearly demonstrates America's godly heritage. This is Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the birthplace of American liberty and the cradle of American constitutional government. It was here on July the 2nd, 1776, that our founding fathers in the Continental Congress approved a complete separation from Great Britain. It was 2 days later, on the 4th of July, that they approved the Declaration of Independence, and then 4 days after that, on the 8th of July, they took that new declaration, they walked outside, they stood on the steps of Independence Hall, and they read that new declaration to the crowd that was assembled around the building. This is Carpenter's Hall. This is the building in which the very first American Congress met, even 2 years before they declared independence. In 1774, as the 13 colonies saw the approaching conflict with Great Britain, 40 of America's leading statesmen gathered here in preparation for that coming conflict. Those 40 luminaries included individuals such as Patrick Henry, John Adams, George Washington, John Jay, Samuel Adams, and many others. Now, most of those 40 had never met each other before they gathered here, so when they assembled here for the first time, what'd they do? They opened with prayer, right here. But it was not a dinky little superficial type of prayer like might be prayed at a public gathering today. No, it was a profound time of prayer. It was led by the Reverend Jacob Duché, a nearby minister from local Christ Church just a couple blocks away. Of that time of prayer, John Adams reported,
"The Reverend Duché, unexpectedly to everybody, struck out into an extemporary prayer which filled the bosom of every man present. I must confess I never heard a better prayer, with such fervor, such ardor, such earnestness and pathos, and in language so elegant and sublime for America and for the Congress. It has had an excellent effect upon everybody here."
Silas Deane, who became a famous American diplomat, was also a member of that first Congress, and he said that it was, quote,
"A prayer worth riding 100 miles to hear."
That is, it was worth spending 3 days on horseback to arrive in time for that prayer. So profound was the prayer that Deane reported, quote,
"Even Quakers shed tears."
In addition to the momentous time of prayer that morning, Congress also read from 4 chapters in the Bible. One of those chapters, Psalm 35, had particularly impacted the group. As John Adams reported to his wife Abigail,
"I never saw a greater effect upon an audience. It seemed as if heaven had ordained that psalm to be read on the morning. I must beg you to read that psalm."
Numerous other delegates also commented on that profound time of prayer and Bible study here at Carpenter's Hall, which is yet another clear reminder of America's godly heritage.